John Fenolio live in Lake Elsinore, where mud and debris flow actually inundated roads and entire neighborhoods. John?
Sharon, Micah, that's right. The rain may be on its way out, but the threat of those mudslides is a serious concern here in the hills above Lake Elsinore. It's why police have areas like this one, McVicker Canyon Park Road and Grand Avenue, blocked off as a steady stream of dump trucks and bulldozers make their way in here to remove tons of mud and debris. Now, despite those evacuation warnings, some residents say they're not leaving. The mud came so fast, even first responders were caught off guard. Police and other emergency vehicles trying to outrun a torrent of mud, branches, and boulders racing down neighborhood streets in the hills above Lake Elsinore.
I felt like the mountain was coming down.
Philip Register captured this dramatic video from his driveway just before 3 p.m.
I opened the door and I heard some noise, and all of a sudden there was a lot of rumbling, and you could see like a wall of mud coming down. And I mean, it just went faster and faster, and you could see on the video how it hit the mailbox.
What's going through your mind when you see something like that?
What's going through my mind? Well, are we going to live or die? I mean, that's about what's going through your mind.
It's not the first time he's contemplated his family's fate since moving into this home back in August. On the same day, the holy fire was bearing down on his neighborhood.
And we were in the middle of moving in, and well, they started the mandatory evacuation. We got our things, tried to get into the car, and then that big 747 went overhead and dropped all the fire retardant right on us.
First the fires, and now the floods.
The concern is more rain. They're predicting more rain by midnight. The weather says 80%, so I mean, I'm wondering if it's going to happen again, if more slides are going to come.
And if they do, what's your plan? What are you going to do?
That's a good question.
What a thing to see in your own front yard. Now, we do have a spot of good news, and to tell us about it, I'm going to bring in Jeff LaRusso with CAL FIRE Riverside. Jeff, I understand that some of these mandatory evacuation orders have been downgraded.
Yes, over the last several minutes, we have been able to downgrade the evacuation orders to evacuation warnings in the majority of the area. However, in the Lake Elsinore area, the areas known as Ambrose, Alvarado A, and Laguna A still remain under a mandatory evacuation order.
And for residents who live in those areas, what's it look like? When do you think they may be able to get back into their homes?
We're hoping very soon. Obviously, you know, the key factor to all this is what happens tonight with the rain, but the forecast is looking much better, so we're hoping that something can happen before tomorrow morning.
For tomorrow morning. All right, that's good news. Jeff, thank you for your service.
Thank you much.
Do appreciate it. All right, well, that's the latest from the scene here in Lake Elsinore. Reporting live, I'll send it back to you in the studio.